Hello everyone, my name is Yuko Tomizuka. I'm a global real estate investment advisor with 30 years of experience. I have evaluated more than 20,000 of properties so far. Today, I would like to speak something about Japanese business philosophy. One of the tips to demonstrate why Japanese business has been so successful. Striving yourself much harder than anyone else. Why it is so important? Mr. Inamori mentioned 6 fundamental attitudes for business leaders to demonstrate for them to live in prosperity and fulfillment. Those are the following. Number 1, strive yourself much harder than anyone else. Be always humble. Keep your endeavor. Number 3, reflect your daily life. Number 4, do good. Be faithful. Think about altruism. Number 5, maintain always the gratitude to your life. Number 6, take everything optimistic and do not waste your energy for anxiety. Especially for the number 1, strive yourself much harder than anyone else. Mr. Inamori put the highest priority on it. The reasons are as follows. Number 1, daily hard work brings unexpected support or good luck. Number 2, to follow the universal rules. All creatures strive themselves to survive. Number 3, getting fond of your work drives efficiency. Number 4, daily improvements spontaneously appear in the work process. Number 5, to help us to be a better person, humanity value. Let me explain one by one. Daily hard work, this is number 1. There is no management know-how that is better than working hard, said Mr. Inamori. Working hard is the most important thing, Mr. Inamori said. Showed his uncle's episode. My uncle completed only the elementary school before the war. My uncle used to sell vegetables every day with a large white cart. Our relatives used to speak about him. He has no education or skills, thus he ended up with just blue-collar job. Maybe they looked down on my uncle. He was a small guy and carrying vegetables in a large car, which was much larger than himself, even on the hot and cold days. In my childhood, I often looked at him. He probably didn't know anything about management, business, accounting, etc. However, as he worked hard, he eventually managed to run a large grocery store. I personally feel that only working very hard is the key for us to succeed. This episode reminded me of my father and made me shed tears. My father was like his uncle. He was a person who worked hard and hard, but I couldn't respect him while he was alive. I consider myself a very miserable daughter. Number 2, follow the universal rules. In the natural world, we humans are the only ones who get lazy. When we make a little money or when our business becomes successful, we humans get lazy and stop making efforts. There is no such creature in the world. All flora and fauna and other creatures living in nature must survive under the harsh environment. Learning from the other creatures, I think that this is a minimum requirement for us human beings to work hard every day as the nature requires us. Number 3, like your work. I thought when I first joined the company, I didn't like my work. I instinctively felt that this was not good for my life, and I decided to like my work. I thought that if I had not liked my job, I couldn't have devoted myself to study the ceramic production. If I had not decided and had kept desperate and unhappy, I would have never been a successful entrepreneur. Mr. Inamori reiterated how important it is for us to like our works so that we can be prepared to devote ourselves into works. The reason number 4, create ingenuity, daily improvements. If you want to work hard and chip out the slight improvement, it will lead you to the ingenuity. Sincerely, seriously, and continuously striving and not giving up when you got stuck. When you work hard to solve issues, God probably gives you an idea, inspiration, and some message to you. I interpret such enlightenment as a reward for your hard work, and you got the wonderful ideas and insights that you could not have got without any hard work. Whatever situation, like the Olympics or information released on SNS, people, those who are working hard, definitely impress us. Definitely. I think it's wonderful to make an effort because all of us have such desires. Working hard is beautiful. When I was doing the MBA in the United States, I had a hard time communicating in English with others. I attended the oral communication class. I hired an English teacher for me to get prepared for the class. With a teacher, I made a speech, developed a speech, practiced, and worked hard to memorize everything. For my weekly class, I spent as much time as possible preparing for the class. One day, I was sitting at the table in a school courtyard working on my computer. An English student from the class came up, sat at the table, and talked to me. Yuko, I know you're working hard. So does everyone in the classroom. I was very glad to hear that. All of my hard work finally paid off. Even though my English was not sufficient, I felt like I was accepted as a classmate. Number 5, to be the better person. If I work hard, I don't have the time to think about or the time to complain. Mean people surrounding me. Just 25 years ago, I started this Seiwajuku, the workshop for small to middle-sized business leaders. During the time, I developed Kyocera and the current KDDI. I have always shared with you what I learned from my experience. From all my experience, I want to point out the ultimate philosophy of the management. That is, just working very hard, which is essential. Whether you run a business or want to fulfill your life, working hard helps you to polish your personality to be a better person. That's why you would be able to succeed in your life. Well, in summary, the reasons for working hard are as follows. Number 1, daily hard work brings unexpected support or good luck. Number 2, to follow the universal rules, all creatures strive themselves to survive. Number 3, being fond of your work drives efficiency. Number 4, daily improvements spontaneously appear in the work process. Number 5, to help us to be a better person, humanity value, which means Mr. Inamori is the founder of the large corporation with the sales of Kyocera Group of 1.6 trillion yen and a KDDI of 5.2 trillion yen, totaling about 8 trillion yen. Mr. Inamori says that there is nothing more important about management than working hard. I felt that I was taught more about humanity value rather than strategy and tactics. If you like this episode, please click the like button. Thank you so much.